Welcome to the channel. My name's Fry. If you're new here, I appreciate you tuning in. Today's video is going to be on part 2 of the series upgrading the speakers inside my Cybertruck. I've already got part 1 knocked out. Subwoofers have been upgraded, and the difference, I'm not gonna say is night and day, but you definitely feel more thump and bump. And passengers that rode in my vehicle in the past versus after I did the upgrade definitely could tell the difference. I could tell the difference. Now I just need to work on the mids and highs. I do have everything. I just need to get it installed. But I digress. This video is mainly on the door speakers. I have other videos coming up as well. Just to let you know, if you're tuning in, thank you for tuning in. I have projects for my R6 Yamaha street bike. I have a car wash upgrade kit that basically is going to allow me to do deionized or spot-free rinsing at the house. A frunk light kit for the Cybertruck, so that should be pretty cool. So reminder, today's Tuesday the 4th of November, voting day. You're probably not going to see this, but if you did go out and vote, just comment down below, I voted. Just do your part. Don't need to worry about what party you voted for. As long as you're voting as a citizen, you have the right to vote. Make your voice count. That being said, let's get to the video. Okay, I believe these are the door speakers by Harmonic. I had several packages. This is the only one that wasn't marked, so I'm assuming this is the door speakers. The thing I love about Harmonic is they literally make everything plug and play. They already make a compatible harness that literally goes into the factory harness that's part of the truck itself. Therefore, there's no splicing, there's no soldering, no nothing. It's easily plug and play. These subwoofers are very low profile, feel great, build quality is amazing. I don't see any crazy glue stains like I've seen with a lot of, third-party adaptations in the past. Again, joints super clean, everything well built, excuse me. They come in a nice cage. So yeah, I do have a little cheat code for today's video. Hopefully it helps. And the cheat code is pump wedges. So I got these from Temu, I believe it was. You can get these on Amazon and other platforms. And hopefully it's going to help me today in taking off this door panel. First thing you're going to want to do is clean out your door panel. This may be a good time also for you to get rid of some stuff, add some stuff. But yeah, take everything out, clean it out, because it's going to make it a lot easier once we remove this door panel, because we do have to remove this. This is where the wedges are going to come in play, hopefully. And then there's some bolts across the back of this from my understanding. And then we pop this off, remove this to get to the speaker that's located down here. This is another reason why it's a good thing to go ahead and clean out your door panels every once in a while, because I've been looking for this knife for quite some time and I finally found it. So wow. How about that? All right, so I've got my little pump wedge, so we'll go ahead and slip this behind the door. All right, go ahead and close it off again. This will basically give you a nice little gap to go ahead and get your fingers back there and hopefully make it a lot easier to pop off. Can this be done without it? I'm sure, but I like having this because I think it's a little... Boy, that's scary. Let me tell you what. We're making progress. I really hate pulling on these panels. It's one mistake and it's a lot of money. Luckily, I only need to do this once. We're almost there. We are almost there. Tip, might help if you roll down the window. Let's see. Whew. All right. Let's see, can I just leave this here? All right, and here's what we're working with. Show you the back side of the panel. So you have these blue connecting tabs, or whatever you want to call them, pop rivets, plastic rivets, push pins, I don't know what they're called. Anyway, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of those. Don't know why that one's a different color. And then we have a, looks to be some kind of light here. And then we have a light here. Assuming this is the ambient lighting, but I don't see anything coming out of here. But safe to say this is probably all just the ambient lighting. So I'm gonna go ahead and remove these 2 connectors so I can get to the other bolts, and I'll show you what that is. Here's the part number for this panel. If any of y'all are watching this video, you need the part number. There it is. All right, so let's get this pulled in. Bada boom, bada bang. These are relatively simple. All right, and there we go, panel removed. Went ahead and just unplugged the 2 connectors here. So I'm gonna go ahead and set this down and we'll get started on step 2. All right, so it looks like we have 1, 2, 3 bolts to remove. It's either a 8mm or a 5/16. I can't quite figure out which one it is. They both feel pretty close. So I went ahead and grabbed my 8mm and we'll go ahead and remove these bolts. All right, 3 bolts removed. Let's go ahead and pull these tabs. I believe that's all it is. All right, so I tried the airbag. We're gonna go ahead now and try some panel removal tools that I have laying around and see if this will help me get back here. Let's see. I really don't want to break anything. I thought this thing would come right off right after I got rid of that main piece, but apparently we're still having problems. The pump wedge again. Let's see if I can get it back here. Let's try in the middle. That was scary. There's the door off. There is a emergency relatch mechanism that I would recommend removing. You have a couple connectors. One goes into this control box right here, and that's just right here. And that's probably all of your power windows, locks, etc. Yeah, that was some scary stuff. I think I did have a casualty. It does look like this piece broke. Probably end up really gluing it back. But yeah, not gonna lie, it was a pain in the ass. Now we have the door speakers. So I'm gonna go ahead and just disconnect this. And looks like we have some torque bits. All right, so here we have the speaker finally exposed. I did go ahead and figure out it is a Torx 25, so make sure you have that available if you don't have one. And let's go ahead and remove the front door speaker. And there we go. All right, and those of you who are curious, the old factory speaker comes in at 499 grams or 1 pound, 1 5/8 ounces. The new light harmonic subwoofer or mid-sub basically comes in at 1 pound, 8 ounces or 693 grams. So that's a difference of 193 grams. So significantly lighter. This is a paper cone, and the new light harmonic is this nice carbon fiber material. Longevity should last a lot longer and should have better bass response compared to the factory. So let's go ahead, let's get this put in and wrap this up. Here I have the new door speaker from Light Harmonic for my mids. We'll be working on the highs in another video, but basically you just go ahead and line up the same factory holes, you hook up the harness, and it's that simple. So let me get this wrapped up. They also do include guide holes right here and here that actually line up with a factory cage, so that's a nice little touch. Always hand tighten your screws first before you go ahead and take any kind of driver to them, just to prevent cross threading. The gentle touch of just your fingers usually prevents most screws from cross threading because you could feel things way easier. And as with anything, when you tighten it, always go in some kind of star pattern just to prevent stress from one side or the other, and you basically distribute the stress evenly. And take the factory and just plug it in. That's simple. There is some kind of insulation on here, but I am going to do a little bit to prevent any rattling inside the door. So yeah, that's it for this side. I'm gonna go ahead and get the other side knocked out. If you have any questions, comment them below. And as soon as I wrap up the other door, I'll be right back. For those of you who would like to see what's behind the door panel, here's a quick little behind the scenes. So here's your module for controlling the power windows, power locks. And there's your window motor, and there's the speaker. And yeah, so if you ever need this in the future, just as a reference, as far as the positions for the push pins, you can see from the bottom there's 3 coming up the side. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh no, these ones are from the first panel. So you have 1, 2, 3 on the side, and over here it looks like we have 1, 2. I think that might be a third that I accidentally pulled out. But yeah, so it did take a lot of effort, not gonna lie. Just be careful, take your time, don't rush it, and you should have no issues. Basically what I did to go ahead and prevent this from rattling is I basically just zip tied it to this wire and to, what did I zip tie it to? To this other cable from the factory. So this should be non-rattling, make things a lot easier. I'm gonna go ahead and trim this and then finish up the other door panel. Almost made a big mistake. Anytime you're installing something that's electronic or audio, make sure you test it before you close everything up, just in case something's not right, the speaker doesn't work, and you have to reach out to the manufacturer rather than you close everything up and next thing you know, you're taking everything back apart because you have no sound. So let's test it out. All right, everything works. So like I said before, I'm gonna go ahead and close this up, and then I'll get the other side done. No point watching me do it twice. And once finished, I'll go ahead and let you know my thoughts. All right, so that took me, I want to say 1.5 hours. It definitely pays to have everything prepped, ready to go. The first door panel was probably the most difficult because it was like unknown territory. I don't know what to expect. I've looked for videos online, can't find much as far as like people actually breaking it down step by step to remove the panel. People basically say, oh, just pull this, then take these bolts off, then pull it. But I will say the Temu wedges, the pump wedges, big game saver, time saver, and basically game changer in this situation. Most car door panels, you have the little cheap plasticky push pins that basically you come off. They're disposable, you replace them. Tesla's push pins are on a whole nother level. Like, the door is secure. You really have to put some oomph in it. And if you're nervous about breaking anything, take your time. I did a little hiccup. I broke a piece. Not a big deal. I'll fix it. But I was not trusting the wedges and putting them in the right spot. So again, it pays to just take your time. Pump it, wait till you hear a little break, then try to get your hands underneath there and put a little bit more pressure. Other than that, I would say this is definitely something that you can do. Just take your time, don't rush it. I have both door panels put together, the speakers are in, they sound great. Again, just like the subs, these aren't mind-blowing by any means. Basically, it just gives you some deeper bass in the mid-level, which is very much appreciated. Don't get me wrong, I love the Tesla Cybertruck factory system. Sounds great, but I just like extra bass. I like extra thump. I like feeling the vibrations of the music and whatnot. So these speakers are definitely an upgrade from the factory. Will I say that you need them? No. Don't go buy it if you don't need it. But if you want an edge in your audio system for your Cybertruck, I say definitely buy the package. Still got the rear door speakers to install. Again, that should be a lot easier this go around because I've already taken off the front door panel. 3 that go in the front, and then I have the tweeters, and then I have the rear door speakers. That's what it is. So the 3 in the front I think are going to be very difficult if it's anything like my Model Y. But that being said, appreciate you tuning in. Like, comment, subscribe. If you voted today, again, comment below. I voted, and just do your part. This is your world, you have a say. Without further ado, I'll catch you in the next video. Peace.